Hello, it's me.
Sorry, I had some. Whoa, I was a little close to the mic. I had something in my throat. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Here on the Moocast, we discuss all things. My hood feels really off. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's good. Welcome to the Moocast, where we discuss all things Hello Neighbor and Tiny Build related. But mostly when I feel like it. Sorry, it's been completely inconsistent. You probably thought it was not even a thing anymore. Well, it is. I'm gonna have to quiet that down too, man. I'm just like screaming into the mic. We've got an interesting topic today. Hello Neighbor 2's latest update, patch 9. Well, other than hot fixes, but obviously that's not our full update. Get out of here. A lot of people have been asking me what I think of it, and up until about a week ago, my answer was, dude, I have no idea. I haven't had time to play it. My wife and I have been moving. Recently found out that we are having a child. It's Christmas time. Dude, what is up with my hood? You know what? I'm just going to wear it. It's annoying the crap out of me. I'm just going to wear it because I cannot get comfy. I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry about that. But you know what? We appreciate the sidetrackedness, the tangents here on the Moocast. We listen long term. It just keeps going and going, and I never get to a point. And that's what you love about it, right? So anyway, Hello Neighbor 2 patch 9. It was in the works for nearly 10 months, if my memory serves. And overall, I'm going to say it was completely unexpected by almost everybody. I don't think anybody expected the direction they took. Some people knew the guest was going to be there. I think most people knew that. But there wasn't a whole lot else that was known until trailers started dropping. We saw like the guest's new outfit and character model, which is dope. I'm a huge fan of that. And I'm honestly a huge fan of a lot of patch 9. I'm just not a huge fan of the fact that it feels so random. There's some things I like about that, some things I don't. It doesn't feel like a cohesive part of Hello Neighbor 2. It feels like a portion of its own universe they threw in. I'm just really thankful it wasn't DLC. If you remember me talking about what I was going to do if that happened, it involved a bit of, how do I say this, unaliving myself. So thank goodness that didn't happen, seeing as I'm going to be a dad, so it'd be kind of, I mean, I might have to go get the milk anyway, but so it might turn out the same. But anywho, it feels completely random to me. It's very well made. It's not super buggy, other than the guest just jumping you the second you spawn and not giving you a chance to do anything at all. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Everything they have with you using fuses to fire up machines, kind of reminiscent of Hello Guest. I think that's awesome. Running like an excavator arm or like a crane arm and picking up logs and running them through a sawmill and turning them into boards that you can then use to board up doors and protect yourself. That is genius. And I've never played anything like it. It quite honestly could become its own game. It really feels like they were starting to flesh out some more Hello Guest-esque ideas. That was a mouthful. But it really just doesn't fit in Hello Neighbor 2. It's like a whole different game. You know, all the DLCs are kind of the same idea. This is just something totally off the wall. And what I can appreciate about that is it felt so much more like a labor of love by the devs than anything we've had in a long time from a Eerie Guest. Everything else kind of felt like playing it safe. What is the safest way to earn some cash, like Hello Neighbor 2 and bring Mr. Peterson back, abandon the original plot and all those ideas they had, which is fine. I'm not saying Hello Neighbor 2 is bad, but I think a lot of people were disappointed when we didn't get all the things that were teased a couple years ago, which is kind of a trend, and that may be part of why Tiny Build is going bankrupt, which is something for a totally different video. We're not going to talk about that here, if I even choose to talk about it at all. I finally got my hood looking and feeling right. I don't know why that was such a such a trouble. I'm gonna have trauma from that, man. I'm gonna be scared to wear hoodies, even if they look as good as this merch, which is linked below. Now, back on to patch 9. So, I've talked about it really feeling like not a cohesive part of Hello Neighbor 2, but as far as it feeling like a labor of love, I can really appreciate how random it is, because it's like they were trying something completely new and fleshing out brand new ideas, brand new mechanics, something that they've never done before, and I haven't really seen anyone do before quite like this, and I can really appreciate that. And I had a lot of fun. I had a blast playing it, streaming it. I think a lot of people enjoyed it. It was pretty chaotic and goofy. So I've heard some people theorize that the mother and daughter mannequins at the end are supposed to represent their souls, and they come and hug Quentin, almost as if they're like happily awaiting Peterson, is what I've seen some people say. Which, if that's true, that is about as wholesome as you can get. No, seriously though, that would be kind of cool if it's like their souls are at peace and they've gone to heaven or whatever the underworld afterlife is in the Hello Neighbor universe. I was just wondering where my phone was, forgetting that I'm recording with it right now, so... Oh boy. And the cat must have been climbing on my desk, because all kinds of stuff is knocked down. But anywho... Something else I want to talk about with Patch 9 is I know it's probably been said before, but we were waiting for so long. We were waiting for a really freaking long time for this thing to release. And it is not long. Once you know how to beat it, I think you could probably beat it in under an hour. And I get that they were all new mechanics, and all that takes a ton of time to make. And that is, I'm like, I try to be super understanding of that kind of stuff, because I don't know how long that stuff takes. I've never done that kind of thing. But I imagine if I were to... Oh, Lauren's home. 1 second. Okay, where was I? I was talking about Patch 9, obviously. And, oh, yes. So I'm totally cool with them working on it for an extended period of time, because they've accomplished a ton. And it came out really, really nice. The thing I have trouble understanding is, if you're going to go to all that work for all these custom mechanics, why are they utilized so little? We barely even... What am I trying to say? We barely even use the fuse system. We hardly run the crane for a short bit. All these really cool mechanics that typically you would make like repetitive use out of with multiple steps or multiple levels and sequences. They're just used once, just one and done, move on. Even the hammer and board thing, that had to have taken a ton of work to get to work properly. Because that's honestly an incredible feature. The way you can hammer boards onto any physical surface at any angle and just create pathways out of them, like, that is wild. So I get that one was probably used enough, but it just ends so abruptly. I just feel like with 10 months, even if you need to delay it another 5, you could probably double the length of the patch using existing mechanics you've already created. And you would have had a fan base who's a lot happier, because no one got tired of Patch 9 mechanics by the time they beat it. They were like, oh, that's it? That was awesome. I want more, which is kind of you're always going to have everyone wanting more, so it's really an uphill battle. But I think they could have done a lot more with it and not taken too much time. And maybe they will in the future. Maybe they won't. It depends on if the company is going to survive. I really hope they do. Discord pings, please go away. Leave me alone. I'm recording. I'm trying to think about if there's anything else I haven't gone over with Hello Neighbor 2 Patch 9. Things I like, things I don't like. I really would have liked to be able to do more in that town with the church and all those other buildings that were just blocked off. If we could just explore all sorts of different puzzles in there, even if there's just lore or storytelling inside. Maybe just it cuts through like a bare bones cutscene, just showing some more stuff happen. I would be cool with anything, man. I'm really just rambling on and on, saying like how I think everything could have been fleshed out even further. Even just the minecart going up into the forest, there could be some cool Easter eggs in the forest. I know there are some, but you get what I'm saying. As far as what I think needs refining, there are a couple parts that are very confusing and leave you kind of lost. Maybe that's me being dumb. Maybe other people will agree with me. Who knows? We'll only know after this episode of the Moocast is posted. Which I'll probably do immediately after recording this, because I don't edit these. Easy content. But I really feel like the guest jump scare is way too immediate after spawning. I think there needs to be some sort of cooldown, and there needs to be a little bit more of an audio cue, even if we can hear little footsteps from him, or you hear his cape wiggle, or you can hear branches or trees crunch. Leaves crunch, as he's like running through the forest. Something to let us know he's near, because we get a music cue and it's like, like, ba-da-da-dong, and boom, you're gone. Like, there's nothing you can do at that point. You try to hide, he's already seen you. You're screwed, boy. You done screwed up. And basically that's Raps. And I think that's kind of a big boomer, because I'd like to be able to have some sort of running away from the guest. I haven't actually experimented and seen if you can hit him with objects. I just kind of panic and scream. Just like, ah! Run away. Maybe you can hit him with objects and knock him over, like in the alphas. That would be awesome. I wish he could still like ragdoll when you hit him. That was the most satisfying thing ever. This is just turning into some rambling. I'm curious what you guys think of patch 9 overall. Do you feel like it fits in Hello Neighbor 2? Overall, are you happy with it? Do you feel like it should be kind of turned into its own standalone title? That's probably never going to happen, but it could be really, really cool if it did. Thank you all so much for being here for what I believe is episode 3 of the MooCast. I think. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point, please make sure to give the video a like and let me know what topic you'd like to see next here on the MooCast. That's all for today, and I will catch you cool cats in the next one.
Bye.